Well, hello there and welcome back. So in this video, I'll show you how to install IntelliJ IDE in your machine. In this case, I am on Mac. You could be in a different kind of machine, a different operating system, but let's start with Mac at first. So you go ahead here, we open up our Google search. As you can see, I went ahead and say IntelliJ. And what you get is this. You get this site here, this link says IntelliJ, and you go click download, which will take you to this beautifully crafted website here. Now, as you can see, if you're on Linux, of course, we'll click here, and they have all the information you need to go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and also read up and see what it entails, what it comes with. All right. So in this case, I'm on Mac here, on a Mac. So I'll take the community version of it. So as you can see, it's for Java Virtual Machine and Android development. One thing though that I will say is that when we start doing deep Android development, we won't be using IntelliJ per se. Well, I should say we will still use IntelliJ, but in a different form. You see, Google, what they did, they went ahead and got IntelliJ, took the IntelliJ source code, and they create what they call Android Studio. So it's still based on IntelliJ, but it's not necessarily, we're not going to be using this IntelliJ IDE. We'll use a different IntelliJ based IDE, which that Google built for us. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and download this. Should take a little bit. As you can see here, it's downloading. It's about 382 megabytes. As you can see here, got a 382 megabytes. I've got a pretty fast internet speed, so it shouldn't take that long. In your case, depending where you are and how good of an internet you have, it may take a little bit longer, but be patient and it shouldn't take that long. All right, as you can see here, it seems like the download is complete, so I double click that. It's verifying, going through the process. And there we go, drag to, just drop it there. It's copying all the files necessary to install an instance of IntelliJ IDE for us. There we go. So now, there it is. I've got our IntelliJ. So double click and see if it all goes. And of course, depending on settings you have, I will just say open. This is just what Mac does when you are installing applications not via the App Store. I'm just going to say OK, open, because I trust it. I want my settings for custom location. Let's say OK here. Got to accept a few things. All right, of course, it will give you some details, things you can do, shortcuts. Okay, in this case, let's see, we want IntelliJ white. I like this Dracula, which is kind of like a black dark color. It's supposed to be better for your eyes, but if you prefer the white theme, go ahead and keep it here. Right, I prefer this one here, and of course, this features these themes you can actually change later as well. Okay, so next, we don't need that, so just go like that. Let's see. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and leave them all. It's all good. We don't need anything here. Just go ahead and click next. All right, so now that we have IntelliJ installed, let's go ahead and test things out here to make sure that installation went accordingly and that we are able to at least start using it. Okay, let's go ahead and here say create new project, click on that. And what we're going to do, we are going to create a Java project at this point just to test things out, to make sure things are working. And you see at the bottom here, you don't have to select anything. The only thing you have to make sure is that you have either these two Java versions here, right? So I'm just going to use one of them, okay? And if you don't have that, that means, and you are on Mac, that means you have to install the Java SDK, so JDK and JRE, but usually they come with Mac. But don't worry, we'll get into that next time. If that's the case, then I'll show you in the next videos how to get that. But you should have all of that already. Okay, so next thing you do, just say next. And here we can choose to create a project from template. Okay, in this case we just want a command line app, so click on that, and here it tells you exactly what you are will expect to see. Say simple Java application that includes a class with main method. Okay, if this makes no sense, no worry, we will obviously go into more detail as we progress in this course. So go ahead and say next. And of course now here we are going to have a title. Let's say Hello World App. Okay, and everything else you can of course change the location where you want your Hello World app to be. And the base package, you probably won't have this. You will have something that example or something. Just keep as it is. For me, I went ahead and put gohuljava.com. Okay, this is the base package name, which we'll get into more detail. Not to worry if you don't understand what all of this means. Okay, so go finish. And look at that. Now we have a template Java class that is ready to be used. Public class main here. And we have our main method, which is the main entry point. So inside here, this is where we write our code, right? The instructions that we need to be run. Okay, so what we need to do. So right now, what we need to do is just say system.out.println. There we go, that's the method we need. And inside we're going to put a text. Hello World Java. Okay, save. And to the right here, you see this green play button here. If you click on that, in a few seconds we should see Hello World Java. Alright, so that means everything is installed. We are ready to go. We are ready to start learning about Java. Very simple, isn't it? Alright, perfect. I'll see you in the next video.